if it's just a personnel issue within the police department, the murders and the crime can be handled fine and professionally by a very experienced chief, but not a personnel issue within the own office, which I'm thinking doesn't have anything to do with him. I worked for 8 years for the Bureau of Prisons in Lewisburg Penitentiary, and Mayor, I will tell you that the hair stands up in the back of my head when I feel like something's not right. Because in Lewisburg Penitentiary, nothing was right. Every inmate in there was trying to run a game on you, and you can feel it. You can see it coming from behind you. This doesn't feel right, Mayor. It just doesn't. And I'm just telling you, I respect you and I respect your position. But what I'm afraid of is you're about to compromise your integrity with this decision. That's all I have to
say. Mr. Mayor.
Sir.
Everybody's giving you hassle about this whole situation, but myself personally, and I gave my name earlier, Gene Heller, and you guys might not like me for it, but my personal opinion from what I've heard and what I've seen from the chief, he made a good decision. What? What's he wrong?
Any other comment?
It's a witch hunt.
That's garbage. That was
Let
garbage.
me talk about mulch.
Sorry, comment before you go through one.
Peanut gallery comment.
I've got a fairly simple question for Mr. Reichner. On January 17th, I applied to get my garage roof replaced for a permit, which I got. The work was done quickly, and I submitted the completion certificate and all the evidence required by the third-party court people, and heard nothing more. I called into the office 3 weeks ago and spoke to Mr. Rhodes. Now, he told me there'd been a mistake in the administration and that he would sort it out and I would get my certificate the following week. And that should have been 2 weeks ago. I've got nothing since then. Can you tell me what's going on in your department?
If it's NEIC, I don't think they give certificates for that stuff.
Well, I've got no notification to say the job
You
satisfactory.
have a final inspection
Yeah.
and it signs off on the permit. You're never gonna get nothing in writing from them, that's NEIC.
Well, that's what I was told, I was supposed to get one.
Who told you that?
Well, Mike said he was going to get it for
Mr.
me.
Director, if I could, Mr. Lamb did call the office with a little confusion on requesting a C of O for his garage roof. At that point, typically, they just sign off on the inspection. They typically don't give C of Os for that type of project. However, I did talk to a prior employee of EIC, and he said that that would occur. I apologize, Mr. Lamb, I sort of just did not follow up with it. But since this conversation, there has been employee changes with NEIC. But I will make sure I talk to the gentleman tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And we'll try to get that C of O.
Okay, right, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
A number of months ago, a young lady from Elijah's Bowl asked you about housing for the homeless in Sunbury. What is the status of that?
The only thing I did is go to people from Elijah Bowl and in some different areas to see if there was indeed a need for that. I could not identify a need for that. In the meantime, I had talked, it was Becky, I can't remember her last name.
I thought she was here earlier, but I'm not sure if she's
Well, I
still
did
here.
mention her that there might be a house with the redevelopment authority, we might be able to help her out. She said she was, in fact, they were gonna bid on properties. I guess, I don't know if she actually bid on those properties the last 2 weeks or not, to be honest with you.
Well, the last council meeting, I had asked her, and she said that she didn't have any response from you.
Well, I talked to her about a property that could be coming up.
What
In the
is
meantime,
that
she
property?
said, well, I don't have it yet, so I'm saying, I said it may be coming up. So we have some, as I said earlier, we have some properties that we didn't sell, we're not sure what we're gonna do with them, that type of thing. But I haven't identified the need, to be honest with you. Any other questions? On June the 7th, 7:30 a.m. to 12, or until the mulch is all gone, and I don't really know how much mulch we have up there. A lot, I guess.
The second pile, they gave them 2
Oh,
years
okay.
ago. About 4.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, whoever comes, first come, first served.
When it's gone, it's gone. So that's the 7th, that's a Saturday. On May the 31st at 9 a.m., we have a bike auction. And that's going to be at the warehouse, out on 10th Street, Chestnut Street. Chigley Showdown, May 31st, ringside and general audience seats available. That's our, what is that, our welcome to the wrestling. And of course, on May 26th, Memorial Day, we will not have a council work session on Memorial Day. I want to thank everybody for coming. This meeting is adjourned.